Boom! Welcome
There we
back.
are. 1 week later.
Welcome everybody. We have a very nice week again.
Yes.
We have a new thing coming up at the end of the call. Don't say it.
We have a surprise.
Surprise again.
This
Every
time
week.
I will not spoil the surprise. I will let you.
You can keep it secret till the end of the call.
Maybe. We do it next week. What do you think?
Sounds like me now.
We have a good thing after a beautiful week, Roald.
And there's actually two more surprises that we have that are sitting here about 2 meters from us.
Let's see what dreams may come today. Wow.
So all in all, it's going to be a beautiful call today with a lot of explanation, more and more where we stand and where we go to. A lot of vision is going to be explained, and I think people will have a better understanding at the end of this call about the value of all the different memberships that we are offering at this point. What do you think?
We are going to give a little bit of technical explanation about how to calculate the value of what we do in the view, isn't it?
Of course, and also maybe make them understand even more what potentially comes out of the view in the next few years and when certain things start.
Because that's important, but people must not forget that the money that you need today need to be made with network marketing, building a structure.
In the core,
I had a lot of people that said, yeah, Mr. Alberts, but this is another project of 2, 3, 4, 5. I said 3. Think about 7, maybe 10 years. So what am I doing in the meantime? What am I doing? What am I doing? Hey, guys, the millions are made. The 100,000s are made. The thousands are made. The hundreds are made with network marketing. That's what you do. You want to earn money? You want to buy beautiful clothes? Make it with network marketing.
In the core, we are, and we will be always a network marketing company. I think.
And how do you do that?
By building a network.
And how do you do that?
I think you have.
I have something written because we are the company with the heart. Look what I learned from Jason. Only Jason is writing it, but I'm very bad writing. So I write it, I make mistakes, I look it up, and I hope no spellings mistakes anymore here. We are the company with the heart. So centrally, when you want to build a network, you need love. Without love, you can forget it. When you don't like people, I will be honest with you guys. I have 12 children, and I have one child that always tells me, Papa, I don't like humans. Whoa. Yeah, the network marketing is not something for, I'm not even going to say if it's a boy or girl, that's not something for that particular child of me. Because, the trouble is when you don't like people, don't go in network marketing. When your love is trees, go in tree marketing. When your love is animals, I don't want to mention even that, but when that is what you want with trees and animals, you don't build a network marketing company. And when you want to build it, it's not something you invest money to get profit out of it. No, what you really invest is discipline. That's what you need. Focus, consistency. You must put passion into it every single day. And you cannot say, I do the discipline. Now, for 1 second, the discipline comes every day, every single day. It's again and again and again and again. Like I learned from Dexter Yeager from Amway, he was always saying 5, 6 nights a week, 5, 6, and then every evening continues. I had a whole discussion. When you have a job, beautiful, but the job will give you exactly what you had yesterday and possibly last month and possibly last year. And you know what? In 10 years from now, it will still give you that when you're not fired. Then it will give you the same. When you have bigger dreams, you must step out of that world and you must focus on building your own business, become an entrepreneur. But what if you work 8 or 10 hours a day and you come home and you're so tired? My advice to you is make sure that you don't work too hard. Don't overdo your job. Your promotion will lead anyhow to nothing. The money that you get when you get 10 euros more, hallelujah, what is that for an amount? That's where nobody, when I say to somebody, do network marketing, you can make 50 euros a month. Everybody said, no, I'm not going to do it. But when it's for promotion, and you get 10 euros, oh, let's work hard. No, forget about that job. Just do the work, work as hard as possible, but not too hard. Make it like this, work hard enough so that you don't get fired. Because your boss will just pay you just enough so that you don't go somewhere else. And in the world of today, with all this corona troubles, the salaries will not go up. They will go down anyhow. So make sure that when you come home after a day working, sleeping, you're not tired anymore. So now you come home and now is the real work. And you put all your passion into it. Put all the focus into it. Make sure that you focus completely on your business. Put a lot of discipline in it. You need to be disciplined. When you're not disciplined, it's not going to work. Consistent means not one day in the week. That's not how you build a business. Consistency is day after day, doing it again. Doesn't matter if you do it 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but when you do it 1 hour, do it every day 1 hour. And of course, you cannot start tired at your own business. You need the passion. You need to be passionate about it. Wow, you believe and you want. And this is what you need. And it's very easy. Network marketing is not difficult at all. It's very easy. You inform the people, you inform them, you motivate them, and you inspire them. And how do you inspire them? With the vision of freedom, the vision of joy, the vision of happiness, the vision of achieving your dreams, becoming the one destined to be. Everybody has his dreams. When you figure out what the other person wants, you know where your vision must go. I cannot say to somebody that wants to make a lot of money, yeah, let's make from the world a better place. No, that's not what that person wants. That person, and for that, we have superior products. As you know, we have the beautiful products, we have the bank products. Now, are you going to use that? I see, unfortunately, I have to say it, that a lot of people have all the equipment in our company available.
Yeah, we know a lot of them.
But are you using it? Are you using it? Where do you have your cards? When I come across you, can you show me that you have those cards with you? Try me. Come across me. Or my wife Andrea, come across us. We always have the cards with us. You know why? Because we believe in the system that we created for you. And I know that a lot of people say, but Igor, how does it work? We have the system, but you are not using it.
They're always looking for something that we don't have.
Yeah, they say, yeah, but this system doesn't work. Are you sure? Are you sure that this is not working? Are you pretty sure that it's not working? It makes me millions, but maybe it doesn't work for you. You know why? Because you are not disciplined. You know why? Because you are not consistent. You know why? Because you have not the focus on the right things. You know why? Because maybe, yeah, you're not passionate. Yeah, I have a business and I do, maybe something for you to join me, at least I don't go broke and my life is shit anyhow. And, but with this company, maybe, no, there's a flame. Ignite your fire, ladies and gentlemen. Put the passion into it. Where's your passion? And of course,
so it's important for people to understand that they don't look for people that only buy packages, but they buy the opportunity.
Where's your love? Where's your love? Where's your heart? Put your heart into it. See, people say, yeah, my heart is in my job. Okay, wow. And where's your heart? For your own business as well? Yeah, then I'm tired. Make a little shift. That means out of the comfort zone. Means, and I'm a difficult guy. I had a whole discussion with my son. When my son comes home with 9s and 10s, you think I'm proud? I'm not. He overdid it. It was not necessary. He worked too hard at the school. He could have do a side business where he could make money and maybe he makes a 6 or 7 or 8. That's more than enough. You don't have to overdo it. I prefer that he makes a fortune in his side business. What do you say? Side business? You teach your children to be an entrepreneur? Absolutely. When they are 6, they can start finding something that they make money. They can play games, but what do make money do you make with that? But you know, you can go with everything. You can buy something and sell it door to door. Is that okay? I did it. It made me a fortune. So I believe that the most important thing when you look at this program, what you have is your success factory business. That's a business that you can run from home, and you can become the one destined to be by enlarging that business. And you need to love that business, ladies and gentlemen. You need to put the passion in it. You need to be consistent. You need to have the focus and the discipline. And then everything is possible. And then whatever product you use, the Forex Insiders, the bank, you can use the deck coins, you can use the view, whatever product you use, your money of today, your income every Monday, every happy Monday is coming from building a network marketing organization. Am I right or wrong, Roland?
I think that was a pretty powerful introduction. I hope they understand what you just said.
I hope it too. That's why I make some beautiful things.
Very good. So all in all, that was already a tip of the iceberg, what is expected for today. And I think we can already switch to the next speaker. What do you think?
I think it's time for that because, you know, for me, it's time for a little bit of coffee.
Well, some more is coming. So the next speaker, all the way from the United States, Mr. Greg Cushman.
Wow, Greg. Whoa. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready, amigo?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. All right. Very cool. Igor, I think that was a beautiful, beautiful conversation. We did not coordinate, but I have to tell you, I am prepared to pig pile on what you just said. I brought with me on this trip a book I referenced last week called The Radical Leap. The reason I love this book so much is it became, after I read it, the construct that I operated my life from. And I was a good human being doing the best that I could. But what I love about The Radical Leap is that it gave me a structure to operate from. What the word LEAP stands for is love, energy, audacity, and proof. And in that order is how you should operate your life. And what Igor just laid down for you is exactly that, is that everything around the purpose of why you do what you do is around love. You don't want your business partners to just like you. You don't want your children to just like you. You don't want to just like your business. You want to love your business. You want your team members to love you and trust you and appreciate you. And so that became the operating system for me, was to cultivate love in the things that I did, the relationships that I had, to generate energy, because what exchanges that love, what exchanges possibility, what brings people to you is exactly what Igor said around passion and consistency. And then to inspire audacity, what that really means is to light that possibility in other people, but it starts with yourself. And so much of what Igor just said, as he was sharing that with you, is really found in a construct that I've been following for a very long time. So I don't find that odd. I find that actually normal, that people who love this channel, who love this business, actually have a natural inclination to creating relationships based on what love actually means. And this is the thing, love has so many different interpretations and connotations, but what we're really talking about is a general desire for the goodness of other human beings to experience greatness, to raise themselves up beyond what they're currently living in. And life comes down to a shift of energy all of the time. We all shift back and forth and back and forth. We have hope and happiness and belief, and then we have doubts and sadness and no belief. We experience highs and excitement and possibility, and then we experience rejection and we just want to just go away and hide. The truth is we're constantly shifting between love or fear. Love is this beautiful concept, this beautiful idea. Just the word itself, it translates into every language. But love as a concept feels warm. It feels safe. It feels easy to exchange. You feel comfortable when you're in a conversation with someone that just flows really easily, or a group of people that flows really easily. What's living in there is love. And if you recognize that and you're aware of that, you are able to actually connect to it and give more to it and more to the conversation. That's love. The challenge is that in business, we don't always take off and operate from that place. I carry around with me a lot of different little pieces of paper. I have them on the desk in front of me, really just because they remind me of exactly where I want to go in a conversation. And it's the education that I've had for years and years and years. And I put it down in a place to remind me of what are important things. And I created a mind path around the balance between love and fear. And I did this because I was experiencing my own pathways back and forth. Like, why am I shifting back and forth? And I wanted to take control of my life, and I wanted to understand where I was going to go if I made the right choices. And so what I figured out is that fear is one of these things that actually consumes our energy. And because I understand how important it is to generate energy, I don't want to do things that consume my energy. But fear consumes energy, it constricts, it makes you smaller. When you're fearful, there are times when being fearful makes some sense. There are times when to be resistant a little bit makes some sense. I wouldn't walk into the jungle in the middle of the night. I would be afraid of that, and justifiably so. I can't see everything. There are predators out there that could be dangerous. But I don't transfer that same fear into picking up the phone and asking somebody to join me in business or listen to my business proposition. But some people do. And that actual fear consumes their energy, it consumes their vision in life, and it limits them. It's a limiting belief. Fear is not real. Fear is actually, most of the time, a big lie. And the thing is fear leads you to a place where the next step on that journey is scarcity. If you're fearful, you think there's not enough out there for you, and that other people are going to take it, or that there's just you've got to get everything that you possibly can. There's plenty out there in the world for all of us to live and thrive, and Success Factory as a vehicle and network marketing in general as a channel is one of the most beautiful ways to experience that. But if you have any level of fear, then it leads to doubt and scarcity, and you don't take action. And the next step along that is, because you don't want to believe that is your fault, you make yourself a victim of of everybody else and of society. And you blame everybody else but yourself. And what you've just done in that moment is you've permitted yourself to be out of control. You have just justified and blamed outside experiences for you being out of control, when in very fact, that's a big lie. Because you are in total control of always shifting your energy back on track based on love, because love leads to abundance, where there's plenty out there and you believe there's any possibility is possible. And then you lead from that into feeling like an owner. Why? Because you're taking the ownership steps to your own life. And because of that, you're in a position where you're in control. See, the difference between being an owner or a victim, those are the two different differentiators. There's a difference between giving reasons or having results. Those are the differences between choosing love and fear. It starts at the very beginning. And every day, you always have an opportunity to shift between one or the other. And I would encourage you to do that, because that's the operating system that cultivates love between you and yourself, and then you and other people, you and your business, you and your possibilities. You create a breakthrough in the relationship with yourself, which then leads to the breakthrough with your relationship to business and your life, which then leads to the breakout of all of the possibilities in your life. We say these things all over and over again. You hear these constant refrains from Jason and I, for example. We're constantly bringing you back to this mindset of creating momentum. Well, where momentum is created, momentum is in the same word as moments. Moments are literally moments in time where you make a decision to be a certain kind of a person, which actually changes the energy around you. That's how you generate energy, because it starts with loving yourself first, which generates energy for other people, which gives you the courage to be audacious and set the big goals, and then go out and prove to yourself and prove to the world that you just took a radical leap, an extreme leadership decision. This is such an important concept. I'll come back to it over and over again. Why? Because it's how I have constantly recentered, remanaged myself. You know, you always have a moment where you can make a decision to either react or react. Same word, separated. React, meaning you just have an experience and then you create an immediate reaction, or you progressively, proactively react, meaning you decide to take different actions. If I could do anything for you, it would be that. Because what I love about what our organization is we're keying on these 5 core values, right? We have integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is doing everything with honesty and transparency, right? We have innovation, which is offering the best and most innovative and creative solutions. We create innovative wealth creation for humanity. That's an awesome, awesome thing that we do. And you're all a part of that, which is incredible. But we must do it with integrity. And then freedom is what people want everywhere. They want time freedom. They want emotional freedom. They want freedom from being limited in anything. Everybody is seeking some form of financial freedom and all kinds of things. And we have that gift available to people. And then contribution. You know, good people know that life is not so much just about accumulation. Accumulation is important because it allows us to make choices to contribute to other people. But really, a satisfying, awesome, vibrant life is about what we contribute more than what we accumulate. And the interesting paradox is that the more you contribute, the more you accumulate, which is an interesting thing. And then leadership. Leadership for me is a reflection of personal development. Great leaders have a lot to train and teach, but also great leaders continue to personally develop for themselves, as well as preparing themselves for that time when they actually can teach and train. And I think that learning and leading are just they're so dependent on one another, and which is why I'm always attracted to the people that are great learners, people who constantly consume information in preparation for the times that they can react and do things that are a little different, a little better for themselves. One of the guys that's a great leader in my life, and he is because he's a great learner, has also happened to be a business partner of mine for a lot of years, and happens to be here in the Netherlands as well. So I thought maybe I'd take a moment and introduce you to him. He's been a friend of mine and my family for for many years, and we've been in business together a couple of times, and we're in business together again. So with that said, I'm going to introduce you to my brother from another mother, Jason Tyne. Come on over, brother. All right, man.
Hope you all are doing well out there wherever you are. Craig and I are extremely excited to be back here in the Netherlands. It's been a phenomenal week so far. We got here just earlier this week, and we're going to be here until this weekend. And I just want to say it's been great to be able to be with the team that's here, the corporate team that's here, as well as looking at other floors in this building. I think you ought to know that the growth of this company is very strong. The vision of where we're going to go is even stronger. But the team that's working here behind the scenes to help create that environment is phenomenal. They come in early and they stay late. They love what they do. They love what you all do. They love the products that we have, and the products are going to continue to get better and better and better, which means the opportunity is going to get better and better and better. We've also had the privilege of spending time with some of the field leaders like Daniel and Kayan, and obviously Rald and Igor and Andrea, and it's been great to see what's going on and how they feel. I hope that you're as excited about where we are currently and where we're going as they are. And it's time to get focused. I love the word that Igor put on there around the word focus. How focused are you? Do you feel like you're more focused today than you were yesterday? Are you more focused this year than you were last year? And what could you do to increase your focus? For example, for the company, I think our focus needs to continue to be and hone more in on what Igor said at the very beginning, which is recruiting and building. It's great that we have great products. It's great that we've got great stories. It's great that we've got great wealth creation ability in this business. But at the end of the day, none of that means anything unless we go out there and we recruit and build an army of people that has the opportunity to teach other people, that has the opportunity to lead other people, that has the opportunity to influence other people. And at the end of the day, it has the opportunity to empower other people for contribution, which is one of the core values, like Craig said. I think that it's extremely important to understand that you've got to get very, very good at inviting. You've got to get very good at giving the presentation. You've got to get very good at doing the follow-up. You've got to get very good at handling objections. And most importantly, you also have to get very good at creating a fast start and explaining why what we do here can solve somebody's problem. They say the easiest way to create sales and to talk about sales is you identify a problem and you offer a solution. It's always, here's the problem, here's the solution. Here's the problem, here's the solution. For example, a Forex, I love wearing the Forex hat, and I love having our Forex product. For example, this week, 6 wins out of 7 is a phenomenal week. I can't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow starts Monday. They take the weekends off on Forex Insiders, but I'll be waiting for the notifications. But at the end of the day, are you in the game or you're not in the game? You're either playing or you're not playing. You're either learning or you're not learning. You're either sharing or you're not sharing. But can you give the presentation? How many presentations are you giving? How many invitations are you doing? It's all the simple things that lead you to where you need to go, right? When you start and you look at the beginning of the week, how many people are you going to be talking to this week? How many people are you going to be inviting to a presentation? How many people's lives do you really want to change? When you go to do the follow-up, do you understand how to do the follow-up? When you go to handle someone's objections, are you role-playing your ability to handle objections? Remember when we did the digital Dubai event, we talked about wanting to create momentum, like Craig was just talking about, and wanting to lead to a breakthrough moment and ultimately to a breakout moment. Well, most people get stuck in a word that I used last time, which was inertia, which is just a scientific word that means the lack of movement or activity, especially when movement or activity is needed or wanted. And so the way you break out of inertia is like what Craig was just saying, is you react, means that you have to figure out a new way to act to get into motion for somebody. When you offer someone the opportunity that's here, you're offering them an opportunity to change their entire destiny for their entire financial future and for their family's financial future. The problem solution scenario for selling is very simple. For Forex, as an example, it's one of the largest markets that's out there. $6 trillion a day is traded. The problem is that you'd have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours getting educated. You'd have to spend hours and hours and hours looking at screens, ultimately sometimes 8 screens in front of you, to become an expert at it. That's a problem. The solution is a very simple €49 a month solution, where you see an idea that comes across And it's 1, 2, 3. What's the entry point? What's the stop loss? And what's the take profit? It literally takes less than answering a text message to do it. When we talk about cryptocurrency, it's one of the largest industries that are out there. People are paying attention to it. Well, we have a solution for that. The problem is most people don't know anything about it. The solution is to teach them something about it. A lot of people don't understand what virtual reality is and what is coming into the future. We told you about a book called The Future is Faster Than You Think. And if you read that book or look at that book, you'd understand through multiple industries, the future is faster than you think, but it's the future of shopping. It's the future of education. It's the future of healthcare. It's the future of sports. It's the future of entertainment. It's the future of education. It's the future of all these industries that you have an opportunity to be a part of. Anywhere in you see the world. What part of the world do you want to play in? What part of the world do you believe that people are looking for an opportunity? What part of the world do you believe that people want to learn how to win the money game? What part of the world do you believe that people are looking for an opportunity to create residual income that's greater than what they have to do full-time somewhere else? What part of the world do you believe that people want to create a better lifestyle for their family? What part of the world do you believe that people want to create a destiny for their family? What part of the world do you believe that people want to be able to create not only greater cash flow, but profit flow? What part of the world do you think that people want to create cash flow, profit flow, and wealth flow? What part of the world do you believe that people want to create intergenerational wealth for themselves and for their families? The answer is everywhere. The challenge is, the problem is that in most places, most people have never been taught. Most people have never been introduced. Most people don't have the focus. Most people don't have the passion. Most people don't have the discipline. And most people don't have the consistency to do it. Most people don't have the love for other people, right? So the solution is that you've got to find it in yourself. You have to for yourself. Ultimately, what do you really want? And what are you willing to do in order to get it? What do you really want, and what are you willing to give in order to give it? Self-awareness creates the possibility for you to get into self-management. Self-awareness creates the possibility for you to start doing something. Self-awareness creates the opportunity for you to get into motion towards your destiny as opposed to away from it. Self-awareness creates the opportunity for you to begin educating yourself and putting those educations into practice. Self-awareness allows you the opportunity to learn something that you've never learned. Self-awareness allows you the opportunity to become a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today. Self-awareness allows you then the opportunity to see and recognize in other people the challenges that you have. So your self-awareness ultimately leads to social awareness. You become aware of other people's problems. You become aware of other people's challenges. You become aware of other people's fears. You become aware of other people's anxieties. You become aware of other people's wanting to do something, but you also become aware of other people's unwillingness to become that person to go get it. You have the opportunity to do something significant, to go from self-awareness to social awareness, to ultimately social leadership. Leadership being one of the core values of what we're doing. What are you leading people towards? Can you lead yourself, and can you lead other people towards it? It's so great to be here this week. Some of the things that we're going to be working on this week is a brand new presentation. We're going to be having a film crew. Can you imagine being able to give a presentation that clearly you could articulate what Success Factory is, who we are, who we've been, and where we're going, and very quickly be able to identify people in the industries that we're a part of and tell the story and offer, here's the problem, here's the solution. Here's the problem, here's the solution. Can you imagine being able to get in business and start business for 25 euros? And if you did something simple, like just build 2 people who go get 2 people, and maybe you did it in 20 days, let's say you did 2 who got 2 in 20 days, and you did that 18 times. Could you imagine that may lead to your ability to create a very large, significant cash flow, a very large, significant profit flow, a very large, significant wealth flow? Do you understand the simple things, the repetitive processes of simple things lead you to going and doing something great? I want to take this drawing. Hopefully Igor won't mind if I erase his drawing and draw something else, but I'm not erasing this because I don't have love. I'm erasing it because I have love. So he's not in the room, so we can erase it. If he comes back, we'll just redraw it. It'll be between you and us. It's on video, but that's okay. I want to draw something. We had the opportunity, Craig and I had an opportunity this week to do a training and to be with some of the leaders in Iran, and in that area, it's their brand new year, right? When the spring season and the sun comes out in a certain moment in the time of year, it's the brand new year for them. But what's very intriguing is that it was actually a new century for them. But we were talking to them, and I shared with them my awesome drawing that I've shared all over the world. And this drawing is a flower. So I don't know, hopefully you can see the flower. It's a flower, right? And the flower, if you recognize the flower, that there's sunshine, that there's the sun and there's rain, but there's also, in order for a flower to grow, you need fertilizer. And for the flower to grow, you also need dirt. And so I've drawn this picture all over the planet in 35 different countries over the past 10 years. And what happens here is this is extremely important to understand. The sun does not cause the flower to grow. The sun does not cause the flower to grow. The rain does not cause the flower to grow. The rain does not cause the flower to grow. The fertilizer does not cause and the dirt does not cause the flower to grow. However, when all these conditions are here, at the right moment, at the right time, the flower can become what the flower is already predestined to become anyways. And the same thing is true for you. When all the conditions are there at the right moment, at the right time, the flower can become what the flower is already predestined to become. What's interesting is most people say, you know what? All you need is sun. All you need is just rah motivation. And that's not true. If that's all you gave a flower was sunshine, but you didn't give it the water, you didn't give it fertilizer, you didn't give it the dirt, the flower would scorch up and it would die. Then some people say, hey, all you got to do is just sell, make it rain. That's not even true. If all you gave a flower was water, no sun, no dirt, no fertilizer, the flower would die. Then some people say, hey, you know what? You just gotta only just be all these little things, just give people everything, just here's another book to read, here's another video to watch, here's a little something, just give it a little fertilizer. But that's not true either, because if it didn't have sun, if it didn't have water, and if it didn't have dirt, the fertilizer would scorch it too. It would just die. Some people say, hey, you know what? All you need is dirt. All you got to give people is just a strong foundation. That's the only thing they would ever need. Well, that's true to a point, but it's not true either, because if all a flower had was just dirt with nothing else, the flower would die. You as a leader, self-awareness is key, because you have to recognize, number one, for yourself, as a flower, as a person, you have to recognize what condition do you need right now at this moment in time. Do you need inspiration and motivation? Do you need to go make a sale? Do you need to go watch a video and learn something? Or do you need to get into love? What do you need as an individual right now to make sure that you're growing at the right moment, at the right time? More importantly, for your team. Most people treat their entire team exactly the same, and they give them exactly the same treatment at exactly the same time. That's foolish. You'll never grow a big team if you don't spend time with your individual leaders to recognize where are they at this moment in time, to give them what they actually need at this moment in time. If you're not in tune with your leaders, then you're out of tune with your business. If you're not in tune with your leaders, then you're out of tune with your business, and you will never be able to build a big cash flowing, profit flowing, wealth flowing business. It's time you get focused. What was on this board before was extremely important. The word love, focus, consistency, discipline. These words are extremely important because it gets you in tune with who somebody is. And never forget, just like this flower, the flower comes from a seed. It's predestined for greatness. Just like you're predestined for greatness, the flower comes from one seed. The point to remember is when the flower grows, it can produce multiple other flowers. There's multiple seeds that can come from one flower. The same thing is true with recruiting and building. I love recruiting and building businesses because you take one seed, you cultivate it the right way, and you can create a whole garden. We're talking today, we're here in the Netherlands, like, where are all the tulips? When can we go see all the tulips? We want to see what can happen from one seed. See the beautifulness of a flower and all the different colors and all the different places around the world that it can come from. But never forget, it always starts with you, and what are you willing to do? What do you see? What is the problem? What is the solution? What is the problem? What is the solution? What is the problem? What is the solution? That's all you have to do in selling. It's been great to be here. I wish that you guys could come. You should try to find a way to come here and come to the office and feel the energy of the team that's here. Get around some of the leaders. re-inspired. I told you last week, I gave you a quote last week, which was mediocrity is the destination of the uninspired. Mediocrity is the destination of the uninspired, which means if you're not inspired, then your destination is towards mediocrity and not towards greatness. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your team, you owe it to your leaders to get inspired again, to reimagine, to answer and understand what is possible. What does the future hold for you? What is the vision of the future for you? What is your view of the future? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do today? What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do next week? What are you going to do next month? What are you going to do next year? It all starts with a decision and a decision point of how you're going to go and do it. So always remember to ride the wave of life and always play big. And I want to bring up a great, great leader. I always get the opportunity to introduce this leader. We got the opportunity to go to Igor and Andrea's home yesterday. And one of the things that I love about Andrea is that she loves to serve. She loves to serve. This time we've spent a lot of time in the office with a lot of people, and a great leader would recognize, you know what? You probably want to come around to home and you probably want some home cooking. And it's always good when someone knows how to cook, when you have home cooking. And the good thing is that she knows how to cook, and she just want to be able to, you need a microphone. All right, go ahead and get a microphone on. Yeah. I have one. You have one. Stole the microphone. But she's an unbelievable cook. She's an unbelievable hostess. And the other thing that I enjoy just spending time talking to her is she has a tenacity about her. A tenacity about her that is an unwillingness to not win. Some people like to go into business. Some people like to go into a game with the hope of winning, with the idea of winning, with the idea of being great. And they like to tell stories of, oh, well, let me tell you about other people that are great. One of the things that I like about her and love about her, admire about her, respect about her is her tenacity, her hardness, her willingness to not just settle for something. There's a phrase out there that says in business, you have to have the ability to confront, which doesn't mean confrontation like confront as in terms that I want to fight someone. Confront means the ability to stand in front of, the ability to stand in front of shortness, the ability to stand in front of weakness, the ability to stand in front of greatness, the ability to stand in front of challenges, the ability to stand in front of and go around obstacles, the ability to go out there and actually do the hard things and have the hard conversations with people, actually go out and recruit and build and lead and compete. And so I have the distinct honor once again to bring up the great Andrea Cimbala.
Woo! So you called me, but you get two.
You
So
get-
Oh, I get both.
Second.
Wow. Even better.
Wow.
So here we are.
Wow.
Wait, because I
Andrea,
Yes.
I first want to say something about Craig and Jason's training. This
Yes.
flower. I've seen Jason doing this, and actually the first time that I really saw training, he did this in Dubai. When you were in Dubai last year, live after the event, you know, we did the event on the Monday, he came with the flower. And you know, my originally profession is a florist. My mother was a florist, gardener. My father was a florist, gardener. My grandfathers were gardeners and florists. So I looked at it and I thought about it. And many people are only giving motivation, the sun, but they forget that the flower needs water. And I see it like this. As a father of 12 children,
You have a
that's
lot
a
of sun.
network too. I have a network. I build a network. So not from one woman, but actually
no, I
different woman. So, you know, I really build trees. So, and the reality is that a lot of parents, they say, yeah, you need to
grows
give
up
the
there.
children a lot of love. Yeah, but when you give love, but you don't create wealth, that love will die in poverty. You can give all the love of the world, be the most lovely parents, but when you don't give food, when you don't give drink, when you don't give oxygen, your child will die. With all the love in the world, you're going to look at a dying child. When you say, I give love and I give food, it still dies because it needs actually water too. Now you say, you know what I do? I give love, I give food, I give drinks. Where's the oxygen? You live in a poisoned area. You live in an area where the air is bad. Your child will die. Now you say, okay, now I'm good to go. I give love, I have food, I have drinks, and I have oxygen. Yeah? But your child stays stupid. He needs education. Oh, I need to give education. Yeah, education is part of the deal. And you know what? Education means nothing when the child doesn't see a purpose for the education. When the child sees a vision, when you give education, the child says, yeah, nice, but what can I do with it? So you need to show the child the vision. Why do you need the education? Why do you need? What is the purpose? What is your purpose? When you give a child a purpose, you give him a future. And when you combine all those things together, then you get a child that is happy, that grows up, sees some, and becomes a young adult with a tremendous, beautiful future. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, and we are one of the kids here in the office because we are educating them with our lifestyle, and we are actually implanting already purpose in their lives. So what we are saying, we are doing. So.
And that's in a network marketing company. That is your network. When you don't see the people in your network as children, and can they be stubborn? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Every day I have leaders, and you know who I'm talking about. They are calling me, said, Igor, I'm not going to work anymore because my upline is not putting people underneath me. What do you want? So you're my child. Now let's say you're my son. I give you the example, and I'm strict on it. You're my son, and you tell me that actually you cannot find a woman, so Papa has to find a woman for you. Papa has to find a woman. What do you think when Papa finds a woman for you? What am I going to do with a woman? The woman wants to be with me. I pass it on to my son. Are you out of your mind? When you're network marketing, you must build your own team. Every help from above is beautiful. You need the food. You need the drinks. You need the motivation. You need the inspiration. But everyone must build his own team. That's your responsibility. When you say, and there are other leaders who say, yeah, but my people are leaving. Why are they leaving? Because of a mistake? Is it really a mistake? Or didn't you look good? I have people calling me saying, Mr. Albert, where's my special? It's already in your account. From the day we launched the view, it's in there. But maybe you didn't look carefully.
Maybe.
You have it all the time there, but you didn't look at it because you don't understand the back office. How can that be? So you didn't put time in it. You just were running like a crazy, working hard, crazy, running in all places, but without destination. You are running there. You are running in circles, ending up nowhere. So you must do all those things together, ladies and gentlemen, and you must combine those things like in the real life. When you can do that, and I'm that's why I wanted you to be here, Andrea, because you know we are a couple, and besides that we have a huge age difference. We are cut from the same tree, but we are different, isn't it?
We are definitely different.
You are better with the money. I spend the money like crazy, and you know my philosophy is I want to spend so much money because that motivates me to make more. You know, when I cannot spend money, why should I make money?
No, but wait,
Then
the
I
rule
don't
of
see-
Igor is he can spend all the money, but it's important to make €1 more than what he spends.
I
So,
learned that
hey,
from
you
my
know,
mother.
it's not that he's not definitely wrong 100%, but you know, we just need to put
And you
some.
know what? We are both here,
Alright.
and Andrea's right. Our daughter Athena is playing. Any moment she can figure out that Papa and Mama are not playing with her.
She already figured
Means
out.
she can run into here. She comes, and that means possibly I have to pick her up now because Mama needs to talk. And then for every success, there's a price to pay. But how beautiful is this business that you can do it with your children, ladies and
Amazing.
gentlemen? How beautiful
It's
is
beautiful. I think that's freedom, right?
that? It's
My love.
freedom. Andrea, I
So
want to
I-
ask you
yes.
about action because I see a lot of people, and sometimes I listen to another leader that said, Igor, we do more trainings with the people. And you know, can I be honest? I'm terrified when I hear the word training. You know, I'm not against books, but when somebody says, Igor, you need to read a book. Oh no, you know, reading a book costs me so much time that I think I could recruit a couple of people, make some money with it. You know, it's not bad to do it, but some people make a habit of reading books all the time. Some people make a habit of following trainings, but we have in the company
Igor,
trainers
I have to.
that are totally not successful. They are not even making 10 euro because they don't go into action.
Yes.
Baby, how do we get those people over there into action? You are the specialist.
First of all, I have to be honest. I loved your example with the flower because I find out that I'm a great farmer. So I am a great farmer. I plant the plant, I put the seed, but I also put the water, I let it in the oxygen, I let the sun. So I take care of my flowers. And when Jason said that I serve the people, that's true, because I do believe that leadership is actually serving the people in your team. But serving doesn't mean that I hunt for them. So I loved also your example about your children. You don't need to hunt for them, but you need actually to show them how to do it. So at the beginning, you lead by example, you show them, but then they must do what you are doing. So you don't have to hunt for the people, but teach them. And I love it. I like to serve the people. I like to teach them. And another even important thing is that you said one thing very good. Education is very important to grow. Without education, I would not be the person that I am here today. And I didn't read that many books. I have to be honest. I read the most important books, the Bibles, the holy books of the network marketing. A lot of books, you know, holy books, I call them. So I read the most important books to become the person who I became. But even more important, I listened to the to the best leaders in our industry, where I learned from them. And I think a very important thing is knowledge kills excitement. So I have to be honest, since I saw the bank code and the bank system, I understood that I'm action, nurturing. So I started to balance myself, and I find out that my bank code is action, nurturing, blueprint, knowledge. And yes, I have to say that when you have too much knowledge, will slow you down, because I learned something in my experience. When you want to travel fast, you must travel light. And I was making the puzzle of all what they all said today. And I was thinking just about, Igor, how can people go home and translate the opportunity to just simple people that they are approaching? Yes. Because we have so many products right now. We have a big opportunity with a lot of opportunities inside. So my advice to all of you is just keep it simple and easy, because my first rule that I learned in network marketing was keep it easy and simple, that everyone can do it. Because the first question people will have when you talk with them is, can I do what they are doing? So we had some guests, some new leaders in our house past week, and I was just trying to show them how easy the business, because 3 years ago we only had one product, and we had a deck pay, but it was still developing, and it was not working as today that already pays commissions. And now we have so many products in so many industries. Is how I'm going to explain this to the people. And then I had only one slide explaining the industries, 6 outstanding products in 6 different industries that gives you 6 different incomes. Once you choose one of them, I will explain exactly how it works. I'm not going to explain you everything how it works for 2 hours. I'm not going to show you directly the book and the manual of the what you just bought, but I will first I want to know what you are going to purchase, and then I will teach you how it works immediately after you purchase it.
There's a beautiful Dutch saying for that.
Tell me.
And that is actually in Dutch, it's saying, je ziet door de bomen het bos niet meer. The translation is something like, because of the trees, you don't understand that they are part of a forest anymore. And the forest is success factory. That's where you make the money, not only with the individual trees.
So yeah, by the way, it's very strange because not seeing all of you and all your faces is a little bit strange that I only see Igor. But
that's
I will
enough.
do that's enough. And I see all Jason, Craig, Surat, and Roald. But I would love to see all of you because I'm
I
pretty
love
sure
the
that there
cards.
are all people around the world that are sharing love and spreading the message. But I will tell you, I want to come back to the point. Keep it simple and easy. And I will go back on calls and come back on simplicity because I do believe that's the key of our business. So we are all leading by example. We are serving the people. You must be a farmer. You must plant your plants, give them the water and the oxygen, and let them to grow. And it's very important. But then, of course, you need to create momentum because without momentum and without results, you don't get credibility. And the first results in the business is so important. So that's why I apply my 90 days plan because in the 90 days run, but also 90 days plan that the first 90 days of a person in the business needs to get results. Maybe 10 euro commission, maybe 100 euro commissions, maybe the level of iron, but give them the confidence and the credibility that they need to understand that they can do it. And if you're a sponsor, if you are a great farmer, you are going to lead by example and show them to have and show them that they can do it and have results. And I do believe that in this moment we are overwhelmed by all the opportunity and the whole products, but that will create a lot of paralysis. So I'm Italian, I talk too much, and that's maybe my talent, but also my disadvantage. But one thing that Italians do very well is create community, be excited, having the right attitude in the business. That's why Italy is in network marketing is one of the most successful countries. Let's say this way, they like it because they actually base everything on community, on purpose, not only on product. And that's what I wanted also to tell you. Don't base everything on the product. Don't explain too much the product, but explain the purpose of it. Your purpose. Ik denk Athena is in paniek.
Yes.
Kan je gaan,
La
alsjeblieft?
Dolce Vita e Bella.
Nee,
Its
Athena.
purpose.
Listen, Haula.
Ay,
I'm telling
ay, ay.
Igor that Athena is the mother, the year of a mother. She's crying. She's panicking because she doesn't see Mama and Papa.
So,
But I will let Igor. So, yes, that's what I want to tell you today. Lead with purpose and not with education. And so you see, he gives the change because I hear that she's crying, of course, you know. So the focus goes away. Lead with purpose. Don't focus too much on explaining how it works, the product. Focus on the purpose of the products, on the value they bring to you and to the people on your purpose. And of course, show the plan, follow up, work with the willing every day. We have amazing promotions right now. We have amazing opportunity and looking forward to go back on the field and make everyday calls. My mother is coming to help me with my baby, so get ready because every day you will see me on Instagram and on social media and promoting and creating massive results because I do believe that when you are progressing and get results, you will be 90 days more in this business. And that's what you need to achieve also with your team. 90 days more just for little progress. So give the confidence, give the credibility to the people, help them to have results because that's another 90 days in the business. So passion, purpose, power for you. And I give it over because they have great promotions and great news to our Vice President, Igor Alberts and Roald Mai. And I go to my baby.
Wow, thank you very much, Andrea, for this wonderful contribution. We get closer to the special promotion.
So we had a lot of power and yeah, with the books. Craig came with this book and he put it dead on my desk. So because he knows that I'm not a big book writer. And when I see a book big like this, I look at the letter type. When it's too little, I don't start. But you know, I looked at this book now a couple of times and I thought, I look at the end. Okay, I can read this book. I like this book because this is temptation for me and it's not too much. So
not too
I
big.
promise you I will over the next weeks read this book. I will do it. The Radical Leap.
I had the
Wow.
same book on my desk, so let's make a competition out of it. I know that drives you for sure.
Let's make a competition who ends it the last. But I will read it 100%. Before they are back, I finish the book.
Before they leave, you mean?
No, before they are. When you want me to do that, then I cannot work on other things. You know,
Good,
it's
good.
one or the other.
So let's go into some important things that we need to share.
I love that.
You love numbers, right?
Yes, come on.
Good.
Bring it on, because
I can do this with my finger, and then all of a sudden we have the slides on the green.
boom.
See? Works every time. So roadmap again. I think we stay on point. Some people say, hey, this is already the 7th time, the 6th time that I see the roadmap.
But we have a lot of new people on board as well, I hope.
As well, and it will be there so that people understand that the first launch of the platform will be 1 year from now, February 2022. And then the official launch of the virtual world, like we've shared with the people on the stage when we launched it, is going to be February 19, 2023, which will be the Sunday of our Digital Dubai event. So the 20th of February in 2022 is also the Sunday. So always on the last day, we will do the official promotion of that on the event. Of course, in the meantime, we're not sitting still. Juan is already arriving tomorrow together with his team to start making the plans for the 3D recordings that we are going to create. We have, of course, new regions that are about to be introduced on the 1st of April. Everybody knows that we have 10 countries online, 10 regions online, and they can vote 5 out of them.
Yeah.
We are working on VR courses. We are working on the marketplace. We are creating the 3D examples. And somewhere later this year, we will also have the first VR experiences already ready. So people get more and more an idea of the direction that we go into. But I think it's good. It's good to emphasize on the fact that it will take some time to build this whole platform before it actually starts to generate the revenue.
I understand that, Roald. Roald and I are discussing it every day because I always think,
It's not really a discussion.
I always think when we can think it, why is it not ready tomorrow? Am I right or wrong? And Roald always explains me, but it's a lot of work, and I said, and I want it actually now. But yeah, you know.
I have no problem. If you can do it in one day, hey, go ahead.
honestly, look at Amazon.
Of course.
It took them a lot of years. Look at Microsoft. It took them.
Google.
Look at Apple. Apple. It took them a lot of years.
Definitely.
Look even at Google. It took them, even Elon Musk's Tesla. It needed a couple of years. Like, I know that you want that it's ready now. No, that's why I hammer on it again and again. You make the money by building the structure with the products and the services that we offer. It takes you a couple of years till it comes in, and it will start small, but remember that I told you it will end up bigger than you can imagine. But then we talk about 5, 7, 10 years from now. So understand that. Maybe you think, yeah, but what if I'm not there anymore? Then think about what you are creating for a legacy for your children and the family to come. Am I right?
100%. So I think everybody understands that it takes some time to build something good.
Yeah.
No, it's not about building something, but it's about building something strong and good that's going to be there for the long term. And that takes a little bit more time than tomorrow.
Yeah, it takes more, yes.
So this is a nice one. You can keep this big so people can see it even if they watch on mobile. So they see clearly the numbers, and we leave all the calculations up to you, but we're going to give you a little bit more direction on how to calculate the value of each of the pools. So starting with the founder circle, I don't have the exact number yet, but I can say that it will be around 80,000 units in total in the founder circle. So that means whatever amount of units you have in the founder circle, compare that to the 80,000, and that's your cut out of the 1% from the global revenue. So whatever is the volume, the revenue in the whole world at a certain point, take 1% out of that, then you know exactly about the 8,000 and how many you have, and then you know what kind of percentage is going to be yours. So that is the founder circle.
And then the global pool.
The global pool, we don't know yet, because we don't know what kind of packages, memberships we activated, allocated, and how many units, because it's different if we have 10 times 125 membership, it's 10 times 1 unit. But if it's only one of the €1,000 membership, it's already 21 units. So we don't know yet how that is going to be in total. So whatever will be the total amount of units in the end in the global pool, again, you can calculate how many units you have, and then you know your percentage of the 1%.
But that's as well, and I had that question. Some people say, yeah, but can I not better buy 8 parts of 125? Now, 8 parts of 125 gives you 8 times 1 unit in the global pool.
Yeah.
But the total amount you invest is 1,000. When you buy at once the 1,000, you have immediately 21 in it. Plus, with the 1,000, you can choose out of all categories, but it goes into one. With the 125, you can choose now out of 8 different countries where you allocate them. So you could do in every of those countries, 1, and in 1, 2, or whatever you decide. So it is differently how you want to see it.
Yeah.
My advice would always be to buy the biggest one that you can buy. Why? You get 21 units, and till last week you could get
40,
double
42. Yeah.
Can you imagine that you get double the ones? That makes a big difference, I think, Roald. Wow.
It's very simple. In the end, it's going to be double the money than you would have had otherwise. So I think the regional pool is for people the easiest one to understand.
Yeah.
I just used an example. So in the future, we might have 300, 400 units. There's about 190 countries in the world, 195. But on top of that, we split many big countries into smaller regions.
Yeah.
The US will be, of course, divided. Then we have Russia be divided. Brazil is now going to be divided. Other countries like India, other big regions might be divided as well. So in total, we might end up with at least 300 regions. So this is just an example based on one region, Italy, and we know already that there is a maximum of 5,500 units in Italy. So you already know how many units you have. Then you know also your percentage out of the 5,500 units of Italy. And the good thing here is the total volume at any point that comes out of Italy, 5% is reserved for the people that have units in Italy. So whatever is the volume in Italy, you know your percentage of the total, and you know 5% of that region goes into that pool. So
so it's a very easy thing. Italy, the unit costs 500. So when you have a 1,000 pack, you get actually two units in it.
Yeah.
So, but do the calculation. It costs €500 to get one of those 5,500 units. Now, depending on what will be the turnover of Italy, and now you must calculate. And I'm not going to give, I wanted to give you numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I'm like that. I want to give you numbers. But legally, and I'm going to say it because it is, for me, it feels horrible to not say the numbers that I have in my mind. Because I'll be honest with you, I bought a lot of units from Italy. Why? Because I have big expectations. Think about when people are going to visit the Colosseum, or they are going to visit Venice, or they're going to visit one of those remarkable places, Romeo and Juliet in Verona, or they go to the Lago di Garda or the Lago di Como, and whatever they do there, whatever they spend, whatever museum they walk in, that is all turnover. Am I right?
Shopping.
Can you imagine? And I want you to understand this. When you want to buy clothes of Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, Armani, Prada, Gucci, all Italian brands, are you going to Kansas City, but maybe it's a store, or now in the view, you open the portal, you open the view, and you teleportate yourself straight to Milano, to the Via Monte Napoleone, where all those stores in one street, you find all those stores. So now you walk in that street, and left, you see this, right, you see that. Where are you going to buy the clothes? When you buy them in Kansas City, they count for Kansas when we have that. When you buy them in in Buenos Aires, it counts for Argentina. But when you, wherever you are in the world, go via the view straight into Milan, it calculates for Italy, ladies and gentlemen. Now the question is, where are you going to buy it? What I personally think, and this is not a thing, you're going to buy it either in Italy, where it comes from, or you want to go to London, to Harrods, or in London they have the boutiques. Maybe you want to go to Paris, Lafayette.
Of the PC Hofstraat.
Or, yeah, the Netherlands. I don't think that you go there, but maybe in New York. But think about those places, because it's extremely important to calculate that. I did a whole calculation on Saudi Arabia. The people from Saudi Arabia, and I know that you guys are watching. Are you going to buy those clothes in the store in Riyadh, or via the view, you are traveling, you want to see how it looks like in Milan or Rome or Paris? Possibly my calculation is that you travel to those places, you want to see it. So can you imagine that then comes the turnover in that country, and of that turnover that is there, 5% will be shared in the regional pool. So make your calculation. Look at the turnover of a country. What are they selling? And I believe that some countries will even sell more because of the view, because now it's I'm there. Yes, I'm there as fast as it goes. So I believe that certain countries tremendously more valuable
100%.
than they are today.
Yes.
And from that point of view, that is one thing that I advise you as a top leader. As a top leader, I can, even when I say as a multi-millionaire, as almost a billionaire, maybe even that, I advise you to calculate smart, because it's your money. It's your money on the line, and allocate it to where you think is the most profit, and then understand wisely how much volume can Italy bring. For example, will it be a million a month? Then it's the million, 5% of that will be shared amongst the 5,500.
Correct.
Maybe it's 10 million, maybe it's 100 million, maybe it's a bill. I don't know. I only believe, and I did a lot of calculation, and I would have loved to show you my calculations, but legally, I cannot do it on this call. But I promise you, when we meet in person, I will show you my calculation. Is that okay? Can I do that?
You have
One-on-one, and you will be shocked. And
if I don't, would you won't you do it?
truly believe, I will do it anyhow.
That's what I mean.
Truly believe that when you see my calculation, you would act harder, you will do more, because I believe that you are not doing the best you can. Most of the people in our network are not valuing. They are, I need to answer this. No, this calculation is everything, ladies and gentlemen. And besides the 5%, you have the global pool. The global pool. But you know, to me, I not even calculate that. I am based, Roland asked me, are you doing the things based on the global pool? Actually, no. I did the calculation on regional level. And now with the 10 new countries, I do that as well, ladies and gentlemen. And fortunately, I see that we have a lot of wise people. We have a lot of wise people because I see what they put in the groups. I don't know what is the reality.
Me neither. Let's see.
But I see
Next week.
What it is. We will see that. No, not even next week, because next week is not the end.
I know, but I think that by next week I will have the last overview of the Friday before, and then we get closer to the end of the month.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you understand, really, and really, I would, you know, it doesn't matter if I need to pray or whatever. I would love that you understand what I understand. When you would know what I believe, what I truly believe, what I forecast, you would do way more. Honestly, way more.
There's
way
something
more.
There's something that I would like to point out anyway. Right now we have about 157,000 units in the global pool,
Yeah.
still growing. Like I said, only when all the countries, regions are sold out, then we know the total amount of units that are going to be in the global pool. But if you see already, and that's for the people that were smart enough to buy before the last day of the event, because they're in the founder circle, you see
Wow.
this is 80,000 units, about 80,000 units. It will never be more. So whatever is your cut on that 80,000 units, that's what you're gonna get for the rest of your life, and also the people that come after you. So whatever is going to be in the global, based on what we have right now, is going to be at least more than 1 million, probably a lot more. But the founder circle is closed, 80,000, that is it. So congratulations if you were smart enough to buy into the founder circle.
But for that, you needed to believe.
For that, you needed to believe. And I think people believe even more.
Wow.
So this is something that we introduced last week. We said that it's going to be implemented already the Monday after, which happened as well. So that means that based on these 4 memberships, for the basic, your weekly cap is 500. For your standard, 1250. For the super, it's 2,500. And for the ultra, it's 5,000 euros. So this is creating the maximum weekly cap for what you can earn per week.
Another reason to, some people say, yeah, when it comes to traffic in business, I've learned, and I give you that lesson, in business, when you have doubts, step into the twilight zone, because in the twilight zone, where you don't know exactly how it will, there's the money made. I had a lot of discussions with people. Yeah, I'm going to buy Tesla. Are you out of your mind? You had to do that 5 years ago. Yeah, but then nobody believed. That's where you had to buy it. When you want to make money, you had to buy Apple when it was not valuable. You had to buy Bitcoin. Some people say, oh, Bitcoin, yeah. Are you out of your mind? Even when Bitcoins double the value, you only have 100%. Better you buy that coins, because going from 33 cents to €1.46 is a little bit, but it's as much as when Bitcoin goes from 50,000 to 100,000. Your profit is way better. So when you have doubts, shall I take the 125 or the 250? The 250. The 500 or the 1,000. Yeah, but it's difficult. Then feel the pain. When you want to do business, you must always feel painful. You must always, it hurts. But money is made when it hurts, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you make the big money. Wow, we get this. Wow. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this.
The 10 regions that we introduced last week that people are able to vote on. A lot of votes have already been received, but it's only available till the 31st, 11:59 p.m. Amsterdam time. After then, this will be closed, and then based on the votes that we have collected, we picked the 5 new regions that will be introduced on April 1st. And of course, those 5 regions in April, first 2 weeks of April, will get as well the double units in the global pool.
I can say something about this. I looked at all the groups. I'm in more than 50 groups, and I looked very carefully. I looked very carefully in those groups. And you know what I've seen in those groups? I've seen in those groups this, that the most voted countries, by what I have seen, it's not what the company gives, but I as a leader looked at the groups, and you can do the same. I see many times United Kingdom. You know why? United Kingdom. Maybe you don't understand it. I would have chosen to put England in, because then we could sell Wales, Ireland, and Scotland separate. But you know what? The corporate people, they put it United Kingdom. Hallelujah. I'm in. I'm go. Because at the same time, I have England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland for one price. And the highest that it can be is 1,000. So it cannot be over it. I get 4 countries actually for one price. So I see that England is choosing a lot. Greece. Think about Greece. Greece and Egypt. They are as well chosen. You know why? Because Egypt has the Valley of Kings. Egypt has the pyramid. Everybody wants to go there. Greece has all the tourism, all the things, all the all the lifestyle. So I see those three countries. I
Yes.
don't know if that's the reality of the company.
I don't know either.
But I see them chosen very well. I see besides that, that there's a circle, that there's a fight between Sao Paulo, Brazil, between New Zealand, Japan, and actually, so Sao Paulo and New Zealand and Peru, they fight for, and honestly, I see that Lebanon and Nigeria are less voted. I don't know exactly the figures, but I see it. So when you want Suriname or Lebanon into it, you must vote for it. When you want Nigeria or New Zealand, you must vote for it. Otherwise, I'm even putting my money on England, Greece, and Egypt will be choosing my perspective. So there are two that are running, but I don't know the exact figures. But let's see if I'm right. You know, over the months, you're going to see if I'm a right predictor or not.
So the special promotion that we introduced last week, just repeating importance. So that means that out of the volume that comes from the view, instead of 50% towards rank calculation, we decided till the end of the month of March, we'll calculate 100% of the volume when it comes to rank qualification. So still 50% is commissionable, but 100% right now till the end of the month will be used for the rank calculation. So
Yeah,
if
and
you want to go higher up in rank,
I will give you an answer because I had a lot of smart leaders that looked in, they put on the cross, they opened their back office, and then they look at their position and they see that their overall all-time volume is lower than their yearly volume. It's because in the overall volume is not yet calculated the 100%,
No.
but in the yearly, in the monthly volume is already calculated the 100%. So for the overall volume, it's still calculated as 50%. That's why the overall volume can be lower than the year. Normally it's not possible, but we must, that's something that we forgot to do. So
no,
don't come
also
to me.
because it's a promotion for just
Yeah.
the month of March. So
Yeah, so it will disappear.
exactly.
So, but that you know it, because I get a lot of smart to say, hey, it doesn't fit, Mr. Albert, you made a mistake. No, one of the lines was not updated, and it's a lot of work, the software behind it. So, you know, I told you when we launched it, there can be a situation where we have a little glitch. Don't say it doesn't work. No, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Elon Musk, how many rockets of him it already exploded? Did he start to cry? You know, it exploded. It came to the ground. Yeah, it explodes. Boom. Millions gone. You know what he says? Yes, this proves that I'm right. We only have to work a little bit harder on this part. You know, whatever is not 100%, I promise you, we promise you, we are going to fix it. Isn't it, Roald?
100%. We have 10 regions, the top 10. Normally we do the top 5, but yeah, we have here something with a lot of black balls.
Yes, and we are going to do something with that, isn't it?
So let's explain what it means.
That are the top 10 countries. Yay!
The
Wow.
top five actually didn't change compared to last week. They just got a higher percentage compared, of course, with last week. Iran still strong in the top 5. Turkey still there. Italy, but it's still United Arabs and Jordan that are the number 1 and 2. Now we add also the number 6, and number 6 is Saudi Arabia,
Wow.
and then we have Spain,
Wow, look
number
how
7.
close they are. Yeah,
Spain, remember the first top 5 regions, actually Spain was number 5. Now it's already number 7, also passed by Saudi Arabia. Mexico, number 8. The Netherlands, number 9.
Then must be Estonia. Yes,
Estonia, number 10.
But I know, well, I know because I look, everybody can look in his back office what it is. I know personally that with 5.90 something and 5.90 something, Australia and Colombia are very close to Estonia. So,
but not
did you
not
know
enough.
that?
Not enough.
No, because you didn't look at it. So you put all those figures you can find back online. Become the master of information, ladies and gentlemen.
I have those top 10 countries here in this ball.
Ah, okay. Are they
But-
for me? I
but-
take them all.
But what does it mean?
Yeah, we are going to take out. We are going to take out a couple
And let's see.
and let's see what do they get.
Shall we first announce what's going to happen, or first we take out 3 and then explain?
No, let's because it's more excited that they know what's going to happen. These
Ah,
are the
okay.
countries that we showed you. In every ball is one.
Screen. Otherwise,
We
I
need
cannot
the
explain.
screen. Let's go for it.
So there's a new promotion. If we can put it big in the screen,
Again, a new
a
promotion.
new promotion on top of
I
this.
love promotions.
So out of these 10, we're going to pick 3 regions.
Yeah.
And from March 25th to March 31st, which means the last 7 days of the week, those 3 regions will get double units in the global pool.
Means you can buy those 3 countries out of the top 10. We don't know which one will come, but you can buy them already and allocate them on 25th, not before,
Yeah.
but you can buy them from now, from tomorrow, from Monday, from Tuesday, but you can allocate them on 25
Exactly.
and then you get double the units. When you allocate them 1 day too early, you don't get double the units. When
So-
you
so-
allocate them 1 day too late, 1 hour too late, you don't get double the units.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter when you bought the membership, as long as you allocate it in the last 7 days of the month or one of the 3 regions that are about to be picked out of this bowl.
Yeah.
Then you get the double units. So let's give you the first. I always wanted to do this in my life, so this
It
is my
looks
chance.
like a draw. Which country gets the new World Championship football? I take this one. Which one is this? Well, let's see.
Let's open it up.
Let's open it up. I put my glasses on, Roald, because I want to see.
Everybody will think that maybe this was already maybe it's 10 times this country in the pool,
Wow.
but it's the Netherlands.
Wow, the Netherlands. Wow. Guys, maybe
So,
you think it's all the Netherlands.
So,
Wow.
Mr. Greg Kushman, can I have this honor? And do you want to grab a black ball from this
Yeah.
ball?
I do.
Yeah, fortunately, the USA is not in it.
Wow.
What do you have? So what is your favorite one?
It's not my favorite. It's the one I picked. Let's see. What do I get? The
United.
Wow.
The number 1 of the
That's a
list.
good one. Ooh.
Wow.
So,
So
Mr.
that-
Jason Tyne, I have 1 ball for you as well.
Everybody's hustling. What is the last one?
drum roll.
Let's see.
Whoa! Let's see.
Spain.
Spain.
Whoa!
Wow.
So again, we have the Netherlands, the United Arab Emirates, and Spain. The last 7 days of this month will get global units, double units in the global pool. Wow.
So, Roald, but are you sure that it's not all the balls filled with Spain, the Netherlands?
Yeah,
and
I'm sure. I'm sure.
are we going to open the other ones to
No,
show that to
I
them?
think people trust us enough that if we pick these 3, that they know that the other 7 are in there as well.
Can I see one?
You can
Because
see
you
one.
You have always,
You can
you
see
have
one.
always those people that don't trust. They say, yeah, but you guys
I don't want to adapt to those people.
know what I do. You see, Saudi Arabia, no, it's not chosen. They don't choose Saudi Arabia. You see, I want to open it. I get one. Turkey, no, it's not. No, don't.
Are you gonna close them as well?
Huh? Estonia, sorry, it's not chosen as well. You know, I like to show this is all not chosen. It's not the ones that we pick, but then you see that they are really in. Italy, not chosen. Yeah, you want to see if your country.
You just
was
like it
really
so
in
much
it.
to do it, eh?
Yeah, I like to see. Jordan, no, it's not Jordan. And this, hey, maybe we do it one more time next month. I don't know, but you never know. Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, is not in it. And what means which one was missing?
Yeah, that would be no.
No, which one can this be? The only one that was missing is Iran. And
Ah.
yes, Iran is in it. So they are not chosen. It's Spain. It's United Emirates. So the number 1 of the list. The number, what is Spain?
7 and the
7.
number 9.
And the number 9. So yeah, you see, this is what it is. And I would advise you strongly to buy those countries because it gives you double the units
In the global
when
pool.
you allocate it between 25 and 38.
So again,
31.
it doesn't matter if you buy today or already bought yesterday or a week ago, as long as you allocated the last 7 days of the month
Yeah.
on one of these 3 regions, you get double units in the global pool.
Yes.
So I think
I'm
this
going to buy some.
this concludes the meeting.
Is it over? No.
already over.
Can we not go on? I like
We-
so much
we
the
can,
meeting
we can.
today. What can we do?
Yeah, we can, but we won't.
We won't. We are not going to do it, because it's time for
Time
you
to
guys
work.
to work. You have to go in full action. You have to create massive action, like the Japanese say.
Igiyoi.
That's what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. You need to create successful, and then you will definitely see what dreams may come. So,
Let's
strengthen
do it.
our
Let's do
love.
it with the 4 of us together.
Yes,
We never get that chance, so
we
let's do
never
it
get
together.
that chance. So, guys,
Wow.
strength and honor.
It's all about you.